Biden makes his sales pitch tonight. And folks, small audience with an even smaller man with an even smaller agenda. Joe Biden said to give his first address to an invitation-only joint session of the Congress. Joining me now to weigh in, South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham. Senator, always great to see you. What are you bracing for in tonight's speech?
I want to see what he says about immigration. If you're worried about catching the coronavirus in Congress after we've all been vaccinated, you need to go to the border where people are being housed, 800 people in a room built for 80, that is just being overrun with illegal immigrants, put on buses without testing, without vaccine, to be dropped up all over the United States. This is political theater tonight. All of us have been vaccinated. This is just, again, political theater. But what I'm looking for, does Joe Biden have a clue why we're being overrun at the border? I don't think he does, but we'll see here in a few hours.
Yep, the state of Texas is actually suing the Biden administration over allowing more China virus cases to come in. You know, I just called on all Americans to get truly woke. And after the Brett Kavanaugh fiasco, I sense you were well on your way to recognizing the kind of people these socialist Democrats are devolving into. Yeah. But for a guy who campaigned as a unifier, Mr. Biden shut out all Republicans and their ability to represent over 75 million of their constituents. What is the reaction from folks in the GOP who've always bent over backwards to accommodate Democrats when they were in the minority? What reaction are you hearing up there on the Hill?
We're dumbfounded. Where did the Joe Biden that campaigned go? Where did the Joe Biden that we could do business with in the Senate go? AOC said that she was surprised, pleasantly so, by Biden's first 100 days. This is the Joe Biden who's backing H.R. 1, which is a federal takeover of our election system. It bans voter ID. It takes the power of states to redistrict and puts it to an independent commission. This is the Green New Deal Joe Biden, and this is the guy that has turned the border into chaos. You know why so many people are coming? Joe Biden and Kamala Harris went back to catch and release. If you get in the United States and claim asylum, we let you go in the United States. You never show up for the hearing. What did Trump do? He made you wait in Mexico 4 or 5 years. People stopped paying coyotes to come to wait in Mexico. So at the end of the day, I've been dumbfounded by how liberal he's gone. And from a national security point of view, I'm very worried. The Iranians have been let back into the game. Afghanistan is going to fall apart. China and Russia do not consider us worthy adversaries anymore. I've never been more worried than I am now about our national foreign policy.
I can imagine all those Democrats out there, however many real Democrats are left in this country, feel betrayed. They thought they were voting for a centrist and they got Bernie Panders. Hey, look, Biden will be unveiling what he calls the American Families Plan. Price tag, just another $1.8 trillion of other people's money. Now, we suspect this plan is going to be like all the others, unaccountable spending on left-wing priorities. The big winner will be, of course, China. What is your impression?
I think you nailed it. Listen to Tim Scott. I'm from South Carolina. Senator Scott's from South Carolina. I've never been more proud of Tim than I am right now. He's going to find a better way or offer a better way. The best thing for any parent or child struggling out there in a disadvantaged community is a quality education. Tim is going to put on the table school choice. You no longer should have to send your child to a failing school because of your zip code. He's going to talk about opportunity zones that encourage business to come in disadvantaged communities, not government checks. Tim is going to show a better way to make people prosperous and safe. So the Biden way is more government from the time you're born, the time you die, union control of schools. Tim Scott will show a better way, a capitalist America, the freedom way. So I'm looking forward to hearing from Tim tonight. I'm incredibly proud of him.
Amen to that. Yeah, me too, because Americans shouldn't be forced to send their kids to schools that are teaching hate through critical race theory. That's absolutely insane. Mr. Biden has ignored reports of his climate witch doctor, John Kerry, reportedly leaking Israeli covert operations to the #1 state sponsor of terrorism, Iran. Question for you, Senator. Do you trust John Kerry?
Well, at the end of the day, I don't trust the Iranians, and I don't know if you'll ever find out who said what, but this leaked tape came from Iran. Be suspicious. But here's what the game is up here. Not one mention on ABC, CBS, and NBC or MSNBC about the fact that the foreign minister of Iran is accusing Kerry of telling the Iranians about Israeli military operations in Syria. Remember the Russian bounty story when there was an accusation that the Russians were paying the Taliban to kill Americans? President Trump denied it. It was a bunch of BS. So here's what's stunning. When it comes to Kerry, not one mention of the accusation. When it was the Russian bounty story, Trump was proven guilty even before he had a chance to say anything. Just shows the double standard of the media. Let's find out what happened, if we can, with the Iranians and Kerry. But if you left it up to the American media to be fair, it ain't going to happen. Thank God for Newsmax.
Yeah, well, thank you, sir, for that. And we don't call him the basket of bias press for nothing on this show. President Trump, speaking of him, contemplating resuming those MAGA rallies out there. A lot of people in America in search of some hope. What do you think of this idea? You think the MAGA rally's making a comeback? Good thing?
Yeah, number one, Trump is the leader of the Republican Party. His policies worked. We had control at the border, not chaos. We had the strongest military since Ronald Reagan. We put the Iranians in a box. We killed Soleimani. We stood up to the Chinese. Donald Trump cut our taxes, prison reform. A hell of a presidency. He's the leader of the Republican Party. We're going to come up with an American first agenda, simple things like finish the wall. I can't wait till President Trump unveils this organizing document to get every Republican on the same sheet of music. He's working hard to elect Republicans. I'm going to be with him this Sunday in Florida at his golf course. We're going to raise money to help the Republican Party take the House and the Senate. I'm going to auction off a spot in the tournament. You get breakfast and lunch with President Trump and me. You get to play a round of golf. Go to lindseygraham.com, put your name in the hat. If you don't win, your donation is going to go to help Republicans stop this slide to socialism. So Donald Trump is doing his part to help the Republican Party. We're going to do really well at this golf tournament, lindseygraham.com. But Donald Trump is the organizing principle, America First, to the Republican Party.
Senator Graham, always appreciate the time that you give us here on the Chris Salcedo Show and Newsmax TV. We'll talk to you again soon, sir.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, we're real news for real people.